Welcome to an exploration of the power of perception, as we delve into how our senses shape our reality, and the fascinating ways our perception affects our understanding of the world around us. Our perception is a complex and intricate process that involves our sensory organs, such as our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin, working in conjunction with our brain to interpret information from our senses. It is through our perception that we make sense of the world, form our opinions, and construct our reality. Perception is not a passive process, but rather an active and subjective process. It is shaped by our individual experiences, beliefs, emotions, and expectations. What we perceive is not always an accurate representation of the external world, but rather a reality built upon our own sensory input and internal processing. The power of perception extends beyond our basic senses. It also includes higher cognitive processes, such as attention, memory, and interpretation. Our perception can be influenced by selective attention, in which we focus on certain aspects of our environment while ignoring others. Our memory can shape our perception, influencing past experiences and memories. It depends on how we interpret current stimuli. Our interpretation of sensory input can be influenced by our beliefs, cultural background, and personal biases. Our perception also plays a critical role in how we perceive ourselves and others. It influences our social interactions, our relationships, and the judgments of others. Our perception of beauty, attractiveness, and personality traits is often influenced by societal norms and cultural norms. Our perception of other people's feelings, intentions, and behaviors can be shaped by our own emotional state and past experiences. Moreover, our perception can be altered by various factors, such as delusions, hallucinations, and sensory disturbances. Visual illusions, for example, can trick our minds into perceiving something that is not really there. Hallucinations can occur under certain medical conditions or under the influence of medications, which can lead to a distorted perception of reality. Sensory disorders, such as synesthesia, can lead to unique and unconventional perceptions, where one sensory input triggers experiences in another sensory way. Perception is not only limited to our external senses, but also our internal perception of ourselves and our emotions. Our self-perception affects our self-esteem, and self-concept. It shapes the way we view ourselves and how we interact with the world. Our emotional perception influences our emotional experiences. Our interpretation of emotions depends on our perception of physiological cues and contextual factors. Our brain is constantly processing sensory input and generating perceptions without our conscious awareness. In some cases, this information can sometimes be written into the contents of the analytics, as our brain relies on its own characteristics and acronyms to quickly understand the overwhelming amount of sensory information it receives. I understand residents broadly in various fields, such as neuroscience, design, and communication. It can shed light on how we perceive display ads and information. It can help us design environments. This improves perception, as in architecture and user design, and can also aid in effective communication, by being aware of how we perceive communication messages. In conclusion, perception is a complex and powerful process that shapes our reality toward depth. It involves our sensory organs, cognitive processes, beliefs, emotions, and contextual factors. Our perception of you is subjective and can be affected by analyses, projections and projections. The realization that there are many areas of study and planning can be understood.